Get to right off the top. We begin with news from overnight. One person is dead after a shooting at a light rail station. This happened about 11 o'clock last night at the Green Line's Dale Street station in St. Paul. Police found a man with multiple gunshot wounds on the platform. He was taken to the hospital but did not survive. Police are searching for suspects. Light rail service is fully restored this morning. Former President Donald Trump is back in Florida this morning after a quick trip to Minnesota. He spoke at a dinner during the Minnesota GOP convention last night. It's his first time back in the state after jokingly saying he'd never come back if he lost Minnesota in 2020. Outside the River Center in St. Paul, about 100 people gathered in protest of his visit. He is currently on trial in New York over 34 counts of falsifying business records. He pleaded not guilty to those charges. During that dinner, he spoke on policies he says President Biden has implemented that have hurt Minnesotans, including ones he says have contributed to inflation.
But I want to just start off by saying, hello, Minnesota. This is a great state. We're going to win this state. This is what we have. This is Bidenomics. You know, he thought it was such a good term. They had to explain, no, it's a disaster.
Trump still campaigning. He's also back in court this coming Monday.
So I think coming to town and trying to tell people, I don't care what bravado he says. He lost in 16 and he lost in 20. He has every reason to expect that he will do so again. But this is bigger than that.
Governor Walz there, Minnesota Democrats speaking out against Trump's visit, saying it would be dangerous if he were to win office again. A closer look at past results shows Trump fell 1.5 percentage points short of Democrat Hillary Clinton. Then in 2020, Trump visited Minnesota several times, and President Joe Biden won Minnesota by more than 7 points in that race. At the Capitol this morning, there are now fewer than 48 hours left to get all the legislative work done before the session ends. Today, lawmakers still discussing pay rates for Uber and Lyft drivers and sports betting. That's what's on the menu. They tabled the Equal Rights Amendment last night, adjourning just before 1 a.m. after 7 hours of debate on GOP amendments. The Democrat-backed ERA would create a path to add protections like abortion and gender expression to the state constitution. Republicans say if the Democrats move forward on the ERA, they won't support a bonding bill. Lawmakers have until Monday morning to get everything done. Here's a bit of good news. If you're planning to fill up your gas tank this weekend, AAA says prices at the pump continue to drop across the country. Right now in Minnesota, a gallon of regular fuel costs about $3.23 on the average. It's 36 cents cheaper than the national average. Now here's Cece Gaines with your weekend road closures.
Hey there, a few weekend construction projects you should know about. The first is over in Edina. Friday night, in both directions, Highway 62 will go down to just one lane right here between Tracy Avenue all the way to Highway 100. You'll see work starting around 9 p.m. and then wrapping up Saturday during breakfast time, 6 a.m. Taking you over to Highway 36 now, road going down to just one lane in both directions between Stillwater Boulevard North, which is in Stillwater, all the way to the Wisconsin state line in the Oak Park Heights area. That work starts Sunday at 8 p.m. and should clear Tuesday for the early morning commute at 5 a.m. And for this last one, we're in the North Metro, Highway 65 southbound, road going down to one lane there too, right between Bunker Lake Boulevard Northeast, which is all the way up in Ham Lake, all the way down to 85th Avenue Northeast. That's in Blaine. That project also starting Sunday at 7 p.m. Things should wrap up Monday at about 5 a.m. Stay safe out there and have a great weekend.